name is Kristal I'm from Hayes, Montana. We're in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, boarding school that our children from the middle 18, I don't know, the 18 something, they send our kids over here to kill the Indian, save the man kind of education mentality. We've had some children pass away here, and we're in the process of bringing their remains home to their homelands. It means to take them from a place, their remains, and to replace them where they belong, with us, with their family, with their people, their homelands. I'm sure, I've been thinking about it. I believe these children died of a broken heart, and records say otherwise. They got sick. Well, when you have a broken heart, your immunity system shuts down, and I think in the end it all had to do with the broken heart. They were far away from home, from family. They were just children. They needed their mothers, their grandmothers, their family, and to come to a strange land and dress in white man's clothes, go to the white man's school, learn how to talk their language, and not allowed to speak their own language or practice their own ways. Everything was stripped away from them, and as a mother, I cannot fully comprehend how the government was so cruel. I'm hoping that by bringing them home, it heals a lot of traumas. We all have some kind of trauma. Knowing that, I think that they could see the love of caring enough to go through all this. It's not a simple task. It's a lot of tedious physical work, a lot of tedious paperwork, but we're bringing them home because they're our children and we love them, and they deserve to be in their homeland. And I'm hoping that it'll soften some hearts, and people start thinking about forgiveness instead of hanging on to the past. I really hope that people will forgive and move forward. I've been thinking about that, and I'm not really sure, but I've known they brought people home before, and I always thought it was nice, but I never really got into the details of it. But when I heard about these 3 children, something just kind of stabbed me in the heart, and my heart felt really heavy. And every time I'd talk about them or think about them, I would get goosebumps, and my heart would instantly get heavy. And I remember I was thinking about these children not having a proper burial from our culture, a song, to send them on their journey. Nobody probably fed them. But I always remember my dad telling me, when you get ready to go to the other side, make sure you have your moccasins. So I thought I could contribute somehow, and so I won this piece of buckskin. I won it and they mailed it to me from South Dakota, and I never even looked at it. When it came in the mail, I just put it in my closet, never opened the box. And when I decided, I should try to get them some moccasins made, they need those moccasins. And so I finally found someone who would do the work. So I was getting ready to take her the buckskin. I took it out of the box, and it was the most beautiful buckskin I've ever seen. No holes, just smooth, so super buttery, silky soft. No holes in it all, no thick spots, no thin spot. It was like perfect, so beautiful. And so after seeing that, I thought, this was meant to be. It was meant to be, because when I get packages, in the mail, I rip them open, but for some reason, I couldn't open that box. And when I finally did, I really felt that it was a meant to be thing, And so I had this, Annie Shields made the moccasins, and she did a beautiful job. And Annie has a beautiful soul, and when people are beautiful, you could tell in their work, And she did an excellent job. And so anyway, I told Emmy that I have moccasins for them, and I'm going to send them with you so that you could take them and put them with them, And next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call and asking me if I'd go, and I just said yes, not really thinking about it. Filled out the proper military forms, what have you. And then it got closer, and I started getting a little bit nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I'm not a crier, and I haven't cried for many years. And I was afraid that I'd start crying and I couldn't stop. But of course that didn't happen. But I did, while we were here in the process, I did shed tears, thinking about the sadness. And today I shed tears. But they were joyful, because kids are going home, and it should be a joyful time. Finally going home. And as a mother, that's, I don't know, maybe my motherly instinct's coming out, and we just come out of the cemetery, and sadness come over me because I want to take all of them home. I just want to gather them up and just all take them home. I think I'm in the process of taken that journey. I have been trying to, especially that I'm getting older, I'm trying to learn how to forgive. I'm not there yet, but as a person facing my winter years, I don't want to carry anybody's hate or grudges. I don't want that on my shoulders anymore. I want to be free. I want to be free from that, and it's we're not the only people that, I look at all of this as just like the Holocaust, and it is a Holocaust, and they committed some horrid crimes, and I really believe that it's not my place to judge, it's the Creator's place to judge. But I do know that I don't want to carry that on my shoulders anymore. Yeah, I do, and but I understand some tribes are not going to, and they have different beliefs, and I feel really sad for those children because I'm sure they, just like our children, they probably broke their hearts being ripped away from their mother's arms and in their homelands, and they probably just wanted to go home, I tell them that they're loved and they're going to take them home. I don't know. I don't know. I did share a story with you, but I think it's a little bit too personal and too close for our community, But I really do believe there's life after death, and I do believe that the spirits will communicate with you. And I did have an experience where a spirit, I don't know what to say, contacted me or was with me, that gave me a message to get them home, and I went with it and prayed about it, and the community helped me get them home, and it was the right thing to do, and it was confirmed that's where they belong. That's all I'm going to say about that. I never really talked to the family that I believe she belonged to, because I don't know, it was just too personal. But I do know she got to be home. I was relieved. I think we have a really, the staff here has been really accommodating, sensitive to our culture, and they go above and beyond, and I've been talking to some of them, and they are experts in their field, and I couldn't be happier how respectful these people are, and the way they do things, and the way they let us decide also, and it's my experience with the government is not all people are respectful like that. You know, we're educated now. We're educated, and you protect your babies. Let's not let this happen again. You know, protect your babies with all your might. You know, I don't think this will happen again because we went to school and we learned their game, and we could beat them at their game.